All right, guys, the watch list for Wednesday. It's kind of tough to put together a watch list with recent market action, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But I do have a few stocks that are interesting. XONE, 50% plus short in this stock, at least according to a website, FinViz, that I looked at recently. So this is one of those 3D printer stocks that looks like it bottomed here and then base sideways and then ripped the other day, right? From 20 to almost 25. Now you're down a few days. And we're back into the 20-day moving average, the 8-day moving average. So I have this one on Bounce Watch. I suspect that if this thing can trade in a narrow range, as a matter of fact, today I was looking long. Told everybody in the room if this breaks the high of the day, if this breaks over 2250, this will probably rip. Again, it's got a lot of shorts, but instead it just bled lower. That doesn't mean it's not interesting for tomorrow. So now you've got this breakout and a 2.5, 3-day pullback into the 20-day moving average. So that one's very interesting to me for a potential bounce. Okay, Lennar. I've been looking at these home builders for potential shorts. Didn't time it well today, but Lennar looks like kind of that shooting star. Definitely looks like it might come back down under that recent resistance line and maybe start a little bit of a sell-off. So I have that one on short watch. Royal Caribbean RCL kind of has a topping tail there, so that one's on short watch. SUNE, 3, 4, I don't know, 4 or 5 days in a row up into the 200-day. And this area right here was support. So it might become resistance. You have a little topping tail over the top of that. So that's 19 bucks. So if this gets back down under 19 on some volume, that could be a good short, SUNE. And I'm just talking about day trades, guys. I'm not talking about swing trades here. FEYE came off a bottom and has been going sideways for a few days. So this one's interesting to me. I like it long over today's high, over 30.40. Yeah, 30.34 was a high a few days ago, and then today it actually hit 30.40. So I like it over 30.40. So say 30.42, something like that. Might give us a nice move in that one. RIG. RIG looks like it's trying to have bottomed here. A few days ago, it looked like, okay, now the bottom's in, it's moving up, and then you got that day that made you think, well, I guess this is heading lower again, but now, you know what, it's holding up pretty well. So up over recent highs of the last week or so, this one could give a nice move. GTLS, kind of interesting. Looks like a bottom, bounce, sideways move. So I like this one. This one can move pretty nicely at times. So I definitely like it over 48, and then you look to the left from a few days ago, and you have another catalyst of 48.37. So keep your eyes on that one. That one wouldn't surprise me to see a dollar or two move pretty quick. That one moves pretty nicely. And then TSO goes on watch. Man, it was 56 just a few days ago, and now it's 67 and up right at recent highs. 67.06 recent highs. It went to 67.10 today. And that is pretty close. That might be all-time highs, all right? But it's come a long way to get there, so this one might roll over with any market weakness too. And I said I would talk a little bit about the market. The SPY, was a few days ago, felt like the end of the world, especially on an intraday basis on this stock, on this day. And then the next day, it gapped down. I thought the end of the world again, and then it ripped higher, gapped up a little bit. Another strong day at the 200-day, and then today we gap up, and just all day long, this thing just kept climbing. I was looking for a reversal in the market, and you only got like a 50-cent pullback here, and ended up closing close to its highs. So what to expect now? We are coming back to the bottom of this channel. It's been in this channel for a long time. A lot of times you get a channel break and then a retest from underneath. That doesn't mean I'm bearish, though. I mean, my God, this market's so strong. It's amazing. I still am leaning towards there's a lot of stocks that could give a nice sell-off one of these days. So keep that in mind. I'm still leaning short, but you have to do that with the market. You got to make sure the market's not in one of those days where it's just grinding higher. And today, really, you never got any kind of shape, right? You just got this slow grind where it took, it took like a couple hours for the SPY to move a buck. It was just a slow grind. Here you had a nice pop, but overall, this was a very slow, methodical, just kept grinding higher, which is very tough for traders. So, we are coming to also this 60-minute bit of a trend line here. So I am kind of leaning short tomorrow in some names like the home builders, but it depends on the SPY. So we've got a couple nice longs on watch too. I like that GTLS, FEYE. Those are my favorite long setups. All right. So we will be at it tomorrow in the chat room, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night.